Just a special night in College Station or a breakthrough for Jimbo. Welcome to the Voice of College Football as we break down the game we all love each and every day with you. Best discussion, debate, and analysis. That's our aim. That's our goal. That's our mission. So smash that like button. Share these videos out on social media and let people know that we're talking college football with you each and every day. Texas A&M 38, Alabama 31. Who saw it coming? Not me and not most or all of you as an 18-point underdog. All right, take it all the way back to May. And, of course, Jimbo Fisher made this comment to the Houston Touchdown Club. We're going to beat his arse when he's there, meaning we're going to beat Alabama, and we're going to do it while Nick Saban is still there. A few weeks later, he doubled down on those comments. Jimbo Fisher, of course. Heck yes, I think we are going to beat them. That's why we're here. They're the standard right now, but we have to learn to beat them. Texas A&M, of course, had not beaten Alabama since Johnny Manziel and Kevin Sumlin and the rest of the Aggies teamed together in 2012 against the eventual national champions in Tuscaloosa. 26-21, I believe, was the final score. All right. Interesting about these comments was, of course, Texas A&M coming off a beating to Bama in 2020, 52-24, but everybody else took a beating against Bama. And Texas A&M beat everyone else en route to a 9-1 campaign and Orange Bowl victory, number 4 ranking in the final poll. So it appeared as though possibly the Aggies were prepared to take on Bama legitimately and bring down the mighty Tide. That was in the offseason, but much had changed going into Saturday's game, of course. Texas A&M has had offensive line issues. They had to replace 4 offensive linemen, although Jimbo Fisher boasted most of the offseason that they would be more athletic and more talented across the offensive line than they had been. That was not the case. Poor offensive line play. Of course, the quarterback situation, we knew that they would have an inexperienced quarterback in replacing Kellen Mond. Haynes King, as expected, won the job, but it was a heated battle all the way down to the final week of August camp. Haynes King, the better athlete. Zach Calzada, the better thrower of the football, at least a stronger arm. King won the job. Texas A&M was a bit sketchy in its first 2 performances, but against the likes of Kent State and New Mexico. Then they took on Colorado. Haynes King goes down. Zach Calzada has to step in. Doesn't perform that well, but does make a couple key passes in narrowly escaping an upset. 10-7 at Colorado against a pretty marginal Buffs team, to be kind. Then Texas A&M loses 2 unexpected games. 2 unexpected games in regards to what the expectations were back in the preseason. Dominated up front by Arkansas, losing to Mississippi State as well. So Texas A&M and these words that were uttered by Jimbo Fisher were all over social media heading into the Alabama game because he made the comment in the offseason. It appeared as though his team could possibly challenge Alabama, but how could they possibly challenge Alabama, the number 1 team in the country, coming off those 2 horrendous efforts against the likes of Arkansas and Mississippi State? Well, they stepped up and got it done. And Jimbo Fisher now becomes the only assistant to have defeated Nick Saban after 24 tries. 1-24. And Jimbo Fisher had suffered the most losses at 0-4 going into Saturday's game. Okay, what happened on Saturday? Texas A&M came out fast. They took a 24-10 lead at halftime. They gave up the lead, giving up 21 consecutive points. So considering the history, considering Alabama's poise and execution and ability to play in the clutch that they have proven time and time again, you would think, nice effort for the Aggies. You punched them in the mouth early. You stayed in the game. You had a lead, but you gave up 3 consecutive touchdowns. You're done. Zach Calzada, however, throws the touchdown pass, an impressive throw to Aeneas Smith for the touchdown to tie the game. Then he comes back after being injured or hurt, at least, has to leave the game, be given some medical attention, and maybe Zach Calzada has won the locker room on his play and his play being hurt. So anytime a quarterback takes a shot or 2 or 10 and delivers, that typically means something to his teammates. And Zach Calzada delivered for the first time. He could be an excellent practice player. He could lift all the weights. He could do all the running. He could be a student of the game in the film room. He could do all the right things and earn a level of respect from his teammates. But once you step out onto the field against the gold standard of college football, and you deliver and deliver and deliver and deliver, and then the going gets tough and the adversity's there, and you're down for the first time, and you get hurt and knocked out of the game, then come back and lead the game-winning drive to win it, that's saying something. And maybe that's going to resonate with his teammates. We shall see. Calzada, 21 of 31, 285, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Beautiful throw, again, to Aeneas Smith to tie up the ball game. Much was made of Jimbo Fisher's record at Texas A&M in comparison to Kevin Sumlin, who, of course, lost 5 games, 4 consecutive seasons to give him the ouster. Kevin Sumlin was 30-11 in his first 41 games at A&M. 30-11. Jimbo Fisher, 29-12. Different circumstances, different teams. Sumlin, of course, handed the keys to Fisher. Jimbo Fisher also 5-9 against ranked teams entering Saturday night, but even more telling considering the money that he's being paid to win a championship. Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M 0-7 against top 5 teams at Texas A&M entering Saturday night. So, was that just a special Saturday night at Kyle Field with 100,000 rocking the stands and Texas A&M put it all together that one time against Bama? Or is this a breakthrough for Jimbo Fisher? Up ahead, the schedule lightens considerably for Texas A&M. Will they win the West? Well, I think that it's quite a bit of an ask for them to win the rest of their games and Bama to lose. But they would, of course, own the tiebreaker over Bama. Texas A&M, 2 losses, Bama with 1. They need the tie to fall one more time. For Texas A&M to salvage its season at Missouri, can't let down against a awful defense at Mizzou this weekend. South Carolina, Auburn, the Tigers playing pretty decent football against everybody but Georgia. At Ole Miss, on paper, that would be the toughest assignment for Jimbo and company. Prairie View, and then at LSU, the Tigers, of course, reeling at this point. Was this an important win? It was an exciting Saturday night, but an important watershed breakthrough game for Texas A&M. You be the judge. Let us know right here at the Voice of College Football, SEC.